A piece of feed falls into the fish pond. Instantly, ripples form as layers of water shift, and swarms of wild fish gather. The feed barely touches the water before it's engulfed in a sea of fish. The feed is made of ground fresh fish and shrimp, mixed with starch and various trace elements, a favorite treat for the eels. As hundreds of eels scramble to feed, the edges of the feed block are gnawed into countless tiny holes, gradually shrinking over time before our very eyes. One staff member shared, "Although we feed them every day, it's still fascinating to watch them fight for food." This scene takes place in Taiwan, at the largest eel farm near Yunlin Lake. Today, we'll witness the brief journey of an eel from pond to plate. As night falls, the perfect time to catch eels begins. Eels, sensitive to strong daylight, rise to the surface under the cover of darkness. The staff prepare the fishing nets, spreading them across the pond and slapping the water to herd the eels into the nets. Slowly but steadily, the net closes. Under the local lighting, countless eels can be seen wriggling in the net. The staff tie the net's opening securely to a pipe and use a pump to extract the eels directly from the pond. Hundreds of eels are funneled into a narrow tube, creating the sound of 1,000 troops crossing a single plank bridge. At the other end, eels gush out with the current, sliding down a narrow ramp into holding tanks custom-made for them. Startled, the eels gather in the corners of the tanks. The staff then sort through the eels, picking those that meet size standards and sending them down a slender passageway, a bridge from the farm to the dining table. Eels that don't meet the criteria are returned to the pond to continue growing. By the next morning, the selected eels are sent to the farm's dedicated eel restaurant, ready to be served. Before they are prepared, the eels are first placed in a bucket filled with crushed ice to freeze them into a faint state. This process eases both their handling and their pain. After half an hour, an experienced master begins the preparation process. The master takes out an eel, secures its head with an iron nail, and holds the knife firmly in his right hand. Pressing the back of the knife with his left hand, he carefully splits the eel along its back in one smooth motion. The eel is unfolded, its internal organs skillfully removed, and the entire spine expertly extracted. The process is seamless, leaving not a single piece of meat damaged. There isn't even a trace of blood. This demonstrates the master's extraordinary skill. As he works, the master explains, the fishy smell of eel comes from its blood, internal organs, and the mucus on its surface. Everything must be cleaned thoroughly to ensure the best taste. To minimize the fishy smell, the master explained, the cleaned eel must first be cut in half. Then it is carefully skewered with bamboo sticks, a process more challenging than it appears. The bamboo sticks must be precisely inserted through the two slender fillets of the fish. If done too lightly, the skewers won't hold. If too heavy-handed, the eel will fall apart. The master's movements were precise and confident, ensuring each skewer connected the eel firmly while preserving its natural, elegant shape. Next comes the grilling. As the saying goes, 3 years to master slaughtering, 8 years to master skewering, and a lifetime to perfect grilling. To achieve the ideal crispy texture and flavor, grilling eel demands a lifetime of dedication and passion. The process begins with the eel being placed skin side down on the charcoal grill. The intense heat melts the oil beneath the eel's skin, which drips onto the red-hot charcoal below, creating a distinct sizzling sound. The resulting smoke intensifies the fire, causing it to burn brighter and hotter. The fish skin turns golden and crisp under the master's watchful eye. At just the right moment, the eel is flipped. The burning charcoal imparts a unique smoky aroma into the flesh, creating a flavor unmatched by electric grilling methods. The master observes every subtle change in the eel's surface. As the fish's natural oils seep out and drip onto the flames, the fire flares up, producing a wisp of blue smoke that infuses back into the fish. Once the surface turns perfectly golden, the master dips the eel into a sweet sauce and places it back on the grill. This process, grilling, dipping, and repeating, is performed more than 4 times. The sauce itself is a labor of love, crafted from countless daily infusions over the years, slowly building a depth of flavor that elevates the grilled eel to extraordinary heights. When the time is right, the master moves the glistening eel to a chopping board. Its amber-like translucence radiates a rich aroma. He carefully removes the bamboo skewers and slices the eel into small, evenly sized pieces. Each piece is coated with a glossy caramelized char that beckons with its enticing appearance. The final touch involves placing the eel atop a bed of fragrant rice, drizzling it with a spoonful of secret sauce, and serving it in a lunchbox. At 750 new Taiwan dollars per meal, the dream eel rice is complete, a masterpiece designed to satisfy even the most discerning palate. This dish is served with sides and accompaniments, creating a harmonious three-part experience. When you open the lid, the aroma of the grilled eel immediately greets you. The first bite reveals the tender, smoky flavor of the eel. The skin is crispy, while the flesh is soft, delicate, and melts in your mouth. Paired with sweet, saucy rice, it delivers a rich and fulfilling taste. For the next bite, top the rice with Japanese yellow mustard and freshly chopped scallions. The mustard adds a sharp, refreshing flavor, perfectly balancing the richness of the eel while stimulating your taste buds. Alternatively, you can mix the rice with a hot spring egg. The golden runny yolk seeps into the rice, enriching the dish with its creamy, velvety texture. Finally, enjoy the dish with a warm, comforting broth. The soup soothes your palate, leaving behind a lingering fragrance on your lips and a satisfied smile. Thank you for watching. See you next time.